I'm going to step away after this one, but I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a combination of federal, a combination of the city and the county and the wonderful state. We know what his love is. It is making Harris County and Houston better. And so we are grateful that he has taken his many talents and really joined in with the city and the federal government for justice, for beautification, for mobility, and for being the one-man stopgap for flooding, but a man with passion for serving. Commissioner Rodney Ellis.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, Mayor, I was minding my own business, which, as all of you all know, I do on a regular basis. 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 days ago, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee calls, and she said, "Are you awake?" I said, "Hell no, but I'm awake now." She said, "An important court date is coming up for Brittney Griner." And there was a time when the State Department said, "You should lay low." And now the Congresswoman said, "I've been told it's time to make noise." As John Lewis would say, good noise. So she said, on short notice, we're going to pull together a rally. And then she said, "I haven't talked to them yet, but the perfect place to do it is where the Rockets play." And then she said, "I'm going to ask them to get as many of their stars to show up as possible. It's appropriate that we would be here at this place to honor Brittney Griner." Congresswoman, thank you. No matter what it is, you're always out there on the battlefield and first. It's important. This is the first public gathering to publicly say, bring Brittney home. Bring Brittney home. You got it. Now, look, briefly, I want to make this comment. Years ago, I worked for one of the Congresswoman's predecessors. May you remember Mickey Leland was one of the few people who had relationships with Fidel Castro in Cuba. And he would always tell his colleagues who wanted him to go and get someone from their district, make the point. No matter how much governments may disagree, don't put citizens who have no involvement in those disagreements in harm's way. Here you have a young woman in the prime of her life. Sports more than anything, no matter what problems we have around the globe. It tends to be music and it tends to be sports that brings us together no matter how different we are. Brittney Griner was not only a champion here, as Sheila said, she was a champion in Russia. She helped put basketball on the map there, by the way Yao Ming put it on the map in China. So you shouldn't take a young woman. I'm sensitive to the fact that she's part of our important LGBT community. We get the undercurrent there. It's important that this young woman get a chance to live her life. In closing, I went to Russia as a young city council member, 1984. It was a time when our Jewish neighbors had to practice their faith in Russia underground. They called them refuseniks. Sheila, your predecessor, agreed to go, then he couldn't go. They said, well, we got to have an elected official or the Anti-Defamation League can't go. So he said, almost send Rodney. I said, well, Mickey, what do they care about a Houston city council member? They locked me up. But I went, Bishop, and we met with people underground. Even back then, what struck me was the subway system in Moscow was beautiful. I was told when we took the trip, all of the people on the delegation tried to blend in. I kind of looked, blend in Russia? Much to my surprise, when people would see us on the subway, they'd look at the other delegation. They knew we were not Russians. But then they'd salute me. It's because they were accustomed to seeing black soldiers from African countries caught up behind the Iron Curtain in that war. But look, I found even back then, not the government, but the Russian people were decent human beings just like us. So my appeal, the Congresswoman, the State Department will deal with the government. My appeal is to everyday people in Russia. Even if they're cut off from the news, they get the internet somehow. We're appealing to you for a hometown hero, a daughter, a spouse, a young woman. Let Brittney come home. We love her. Bring Brittney home. Bring Brittney home. Bring Brittney home. Thank you.
Y'all can make a little bit more noise than that. We had a family that just came in quietly and sat down, and before Adam takes the mic back and brings on the State Department, I want y'all to give the loudest shout out for Mr. and Mrs. Reed, Paula and Joey Reed, and then, of course, Trever Reed. He's home. He's home. He's home. He is home. He is home. Stand up, guys, so they can see you. Stand up. Stand up, Trever. Stand up. A former Marine, he's home. They drove all the way here to be with us. Wow, all the way here. Because they want Brittney and Paul Whelan to come home. Thank you so very much. Adam, it's yours. Did I lose you again? All right. Thank you.
Can't get rid of me that easily. You want to introduce what you got going on, Kim? Want me to hold the mic for you? You can show that.
So here's a QR code, and there's always also one on the side. You can scan this code, which will take you to where you can sign a petition. So it's going to be one on the side of the stage, but I wanted to hold it up. If you can get it from here, but it'll be around for the rest of the rally. Scan this with your phone. It'll take you to a petition that you can sign for the reason that we're here, to free Brittney Griner.
And as we've talked about, the reason we're here is we're in the greatest city in the country, and we've got an awesome voice and an awesome opportunity to raise that voice. Exactly. And we want everybody to be able to hear it, including the folks in power in Washington, D.C. We have a video that we're going to play from the U.S. State Department right now. I believe that it is queued up, and we are ready to go.
Good evening. My name is Roger Carstens, and I'm the Special Presidential Envoy for Hostage Affairs. The U.S. government is committed to securing the freedom of U.S. citizens Brittney Griner and Paul Whelan in Russia and all U.S. nationals held hostage or wrongfully detained abroad. As Secretary Blinken has said, the Department of State has no higher priority. The strength and courage that I have personally witnessed from the Whelan and Griner families since their loved ones were wrongfully detained in Russia is remarkable. And the outpouring of support for Brittney and Paul that is on display tonight in Houston and that we have seen and heard from many others around the country is truly inspiring. I want to recognize Congresswoman Jackson Lee, Mayor Turner, Commissioner Ellis, and everyone who had a hand in making tonight's vigil possible. Our commitment to bringing home U.S. nationals held hostage or wrongfully detained goes right to the top. President Biden has said that unjustly holding Americans captive is always unacceptable, and that we must remember the names and stories of every American who is being held unjustly against their will. We recently welcomed home another exceptional Texan who is with you tonight, Trever Reed. His safe return is a testament to the priority the Biden administration places on bringing home Americans held hostage and wrongfully detained abroad. The United States will never stop fighting to bring them all home. Thank you.
So there's the official word from our State Department. The United States will never stop fighting to bring Brittney and others like her home. Now I'd like to invite up Bishop James Dixon. Not only is he a bishop, he is also the president of the local NAACP and is always on the ground fighting for Houstonians, for what's right. Bishop Dixon, come on up.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Adam, so much. Congresswoman Lee, for your stellar leadership, stupendous as always, and thank you for always disturbing our peace. Thank you for disturbing our peace. Mayor, thank you so very much. Commissioner Ellis, all of the pastors. I want all the faith leaders to stand wherever you are, all the pastors, faith leaders stand, because, come on, give them a hand. We recognize the elected officials, all of them are amazing, and we're all amazing together. Let me quickly say this. When I said to the Congressman, thank you for disturbing the peace, the way that you get things done is you have to disturb people's peace. Thank you, Rockets, for letting us come here today. We appreciate that. If we don't disturb the peace, we won't get justice. People say that Jesus was a peacemaker. Jesus was a disturber of the peace. He upset the status quo. You don't get crucified if you don't disturb the peace. I don't mean committing crime. I mean demanding justice. We're out here in the spirit of John Lewis making good trouble. And it's making sure that other people hear our voices, to know that they can't sleep while Brittney can't sleep. They can't rest while Brittney can't rest. We cannot relax until Brittney can relax. Tonight when we finish, all of us are going to our humble abodes. We've got beds to sleep in that are comfortable. We've got central air and heat to make us comfortable. We've got quilts and we've got pillows to make ourselves comfortable. But Brittney, our sister, is not comfortable. I'm going to ask you to do something tonight. Do something to make yourself uncomfortable at home. Do something to remind you that I can't be comfortable at my house while Brittney is uncomfortable in a jailhouse. See how quiet y'all are now? See, it's all right to sit in the seat and wave a little bit, but I need something to remind me that Brittney is not comfortable in a jailhouse while I'm comfortable at my house. This rally is so important. It's starting a movement. It's a spark. Brittney is not just an American athlete. Brittney is an American citizen. And every voice in America needs to be called on to lift every voice and say, bring Brittney home. Black voices, bring Brittney home. White voices, bring Brittney home. Republican voices, bring Brittney home. Democratic voices, bring Brittney home. Because she's not just a great athlete, she is a great American. I'm glad that the Congresswoman has a resolution. We want to see President Biden. We want to see the Congress and the Senate. But it starts with the people. And I close with this. Let's take to social media. And let's make sure there's a movement across this nation that spreads across the waters that says there is locked up in a Russian jail a young American woman who doesn't deserve to be there. And until we make people uncomfortable hearing that message, we're not going to get this done. Thank you for being here. Listen, don't ever despise small beginnings. I read a book about a man named Gideon. And the Bible says he only had 300 soldiers. But those 300 soldiers, Coach Lucas, were willing to die for a cause. And when you get 300 people walking in unity and speaking one voice, one message, for one reason, God has a way of putting thunder in your feet. I wish I had about 5 people in here who will stand up on your feet and say, I'm a part of the army. Now, y'all two, come on, I'm a part of the army to bring Brittney home. I'll march to bring her home. I'll pray to bring her home. I'll sing to bring her home. I'll preach to give her home. I'll give to bring her home. I'm a part of the army. Come on, put some marching in your feet, because we got to do this until Brittney comes home. I don't feel no ways tired. We've come too far from where we started from. Nobody told us the road would be easy, but I don't believe God brought us this far to leave us. Shout it, bring Brittney home. Bring Brittney home. Bring Brittney home.
I am way too smart to try and follow that and that energy, so I'm just going to get out of the way. Let's bring up the G-Boys for a performance. Come on up.
What's up, what's up? What's up, everybody? We are the G-Boys. My name is Prince Noah.
My name is King Ziggy.
King Tyler.
And we just want to tell you guys, we are here standing for Brittney. We need Brittney home now. We are here, we support, and we're going to be performing a song for you guys today.
We're going to be performing in honor of Brittney. We just want to say we're so thankful to be here and to spread these positive vibes.
And I got a question. Who's ready to bring Brittney home? When I say free, you say Brittney. Free. Free. Free.
All right, y'all. Get lit. We're finna perform a song for y'all. Cheese, royalty, we on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize. Cheese, royalty, we on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize.
It's a Z-I-G-G-Y. Lil Ziggy. Look at Spence, we got a bros with me. Get jiggy, my clothesline on fleek. Stay fresh and fly, so my style's unique. Who can't compete? We the best. Watch you flex. Mom and dad on my side. If you want to test, God bless your eardrums. If you listen, here it comes. G-Boys.
We beat it like a drum. G's royalty. We on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize. G's royalty. We on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise.
Check out the merchandise.
For life, for the prize. It's the N-O-A-H. You can't hate. You can't replace. I'm in your face, live and direct. So you can catch a check and spend it on the merchandise so you could look correct. I'm the businessman. I am the businessman. G's Royalty Collection is a name brand. We're with class, we're in the class, and we gon' pass with all A's. Cause we know hard work pay. G's Royalty, we on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We so fly, pay the cost to be the boss. We on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize. G's Royalty, we on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Be the boss. We on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize.
It's the T-Y-L-N. TG30 on YouTube.
You can tell a friend.
Got more moves than
Kyrie Irving.
Jump shot, up top, swish. I got the net burning. I'm the king in the game like LeBron James. With the brand out of love and not for the fame. Yes, you are impressed with the styles I finesse. G's life.
No.
It ain't no contest.
G's Royalty, we on the rise. You know we got that sauce. We drippin', we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize.
G's Royalty, we on the rise. You know we got the sauce. We dribble, we so fly. Pay the cost to be the boss. We different, we on the rise. Check out the merchandise. For life, for the prize.
Hey, 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 hey. Thank you guys again. Thank you for having us. Bring Brittney home. We're here.
Bring Brittney home.
We're the G-Boys. Thank you again.
All right, one more time for the G-Boys. I don't know how many rallies you've been to, but how about this to bring somebody home? We're going to welcome up now Mario Castillo, the speaker, the VP of the caucus. And while he's making his way, I also want to acknowledge Tammy Wallace, the co-founder, president, and CEO of the Houston LGBT Chamber. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. My name is Mario Castillo. I'm the Vice President of the Houston LGBTQ Political Caucus, and we are proud to stand here today with Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Commissioner Ellis, Mayor Turner, so many other community leaders, elected officials, and stakeholders to demand justice for Brittney Griner. The caucus is the oldest LGBTQ civil rights organization in the South. We know a thing or two about fighting for rights, and we know a thing or two about combating injustice. We have organized Houstonians across the city for over 40 years. We've helped get elected officials elected that support pro-equality agendas. And we are going to mobilize, we're going to organize, we're going to hold elected officials accountable and make sure that we don't forget that an American citizen is being unjustly held in Russia until she is safe and back home. Now, I can commit to you today on behalf of the caucus that we are going to ensure that our members are aware. We are going to ensure that elected officials are aware. We're going to bring the organizations together to keep this message alive, to keep this message out there. We can't get distracted by everything else that's going on in the world. There's a lot, and I know it. But our mission and our pledge is to make sure that our members are engaged, to make sure that we keep this drumbeat going, and we will keep fighting and keep working until Brittney Griner is back home safe and sound. Thank y'all so much.
All right, now all you are here for one reason or another. You've got pride in something, pride in a cause, pride in your country, pride in a sport, pride in your family, and more than likely you got pride in our phenomenal city. There is no pride like H-Town pride. And this next performer, he's all about H-Town. I guarantee you he's excited because he's at the home of the Rockets. He saw the Comets bouncing to the G-Boys over there. This guy loves the 713, and he's spending some time with us. I've always wanted to do this. Put your hands together for Paul Wall. What it do?
What it do? There's a lot of preachers out there. I know I'm getting some blessings today. I'm getting a lot of prayer warriors out there. I know I'm going to get some of the byproduct of that. I know I'm going to get my name mentioned in here now. Man, we ain't here for me for sure, man. I'm here represent, I'm just joking with y'all. I'm here representing for the Houston hip-hop community, man. We got to bring Brittney home, man. So I'm up here representing just to come out here and support, show our support, man. We love Brittney. She represents us so well across the globe, man. The true definition of what it means to be a Houstonian. And we love her, man. She go on to represent and do major things and still doing major things. And if I was to be detained, this is how I would want to be represented in my hometown. If any one of us was to be detained, this is how you would want to be represented in your hometown. So we got to be out here representing. Man, free Brittney, man. I'm going to stop talking. Let's play some music, man. Let's play some music. This is my boy Slim Thug, my boy Mike Jones, Salih, Michael Watts. We still tipping for Brittney. Okay. Okay. That's right. I'm still tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, still tipping on fofos, wrapped in fofos, tipping fofos, and I'm wrapped in fofos. What it do is power wild, I'm the people's champ. My chain light up like a lamp, cause now I'm back with the camp. I'm crawling similar to an ant, cause I'm low to the earth. People's feelings get hurt when they figure out what I'm worth. I got 84s poking out at the club, I'm showing out. I'm a player, ain't no doubt. Pros wanna know what I'm about. They got diamonds off in my mouth, princess cuts all in my chain, wood grain all in my range, dripping stains. I switch lanes, switch the name, it's still the same. Switch the house or switch a blast. Mike Jones, he running the game. Magnificent bodies.
just a decade and a half ago. Also want to make it clear, we're obviously here for BG because she's one of ours. Paul Whalen's over there too. That is a cause that you guys are here for as well. You can clap for that. Like we said, there's a bunch of different reasons, a bunch of different causes. We call it this next guest. Jay Xavier is a national recording artist, and tonight we're going to hear a special tribute to Brittney Griner, to our own BG. Jay Xavier, come on up.
H-Town, how you feeling? Listen, I'm Jay Xavier. I want to say I'm very glad to be here. I want to thank Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee for the invite. Shout out to Mayor Turner and all the leaders here in the city and even around the world who are rallying for our very own Brittney Griner. Who's ready for Brittney to come back home? Y'all, let me hear you make some noise. Well, check this out. I have this song titled Feel It. And when I get to the hook, or better yet, the chorus, better yet, in the song, when I raise my hand like this, I just want you to say, we are BG. Can you say it like that? Let's try it. We are. This is Feel It. Drop that. Let's go. Can I get a hand clap? Can I get a hand clap? Come on. On the left side, on the right side, in the middle. Let's go. Clap, 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 clap. Hey. This is dedication for the juvenile statement. We need Brittney Griner back to the U.S. nation. We just showing love. Friends don't get the dub. Letting everybody know it's a good vibe all around the globe. Pour up a drink and get loose. Energy straight to the roof. Let's turn up for 42. Mind you, this is Houston's own. Yeah, fans at the Mercury represent we are BG. Just gotta let go. Can you feel it? If you feel it, come on, clap, clap. We are BG. We are BG. Let's go. Let me hear you. Hey, clap it up. Clap it up now. We are BG. Let me hear you one time. One time. Clap it up. Clap it up. Clap it up.
100 days.
More than 100 days.
More than 100 days.
More than 100 days.
As athletes known for using our voices to speak up for what we believe in,
we know that speaking up together as a collective.
As a collective.
As a collective.
As a collective.
As a collective. As a collective.
As a collective.
As a collective.
It's game changing. Game changing.
Is game changing.
It's game changing.
Is game changing.
Is game changing.
Is game changing.
Is game changing.
We are unified in calling on the White House,
President Biden,
Vice President Harris,
to get Brittney home now.
Bring BG home now.
To bring BG home now.
To bring Brittney home now.
To get Brittney home now.
We, as the Dallas Wings, are calling for BG's return home. We are BG.
There are action steps you can take.
We are asking you,
Imploring you to take them. Call the White House.
Call your representatives.
sign and share the petition. Use the hashtag WeAreBG on social media.
And help us get BG home safely.
And help us bring BG home.
To get Brittney home now. And help us get BG home.
And help us get BG home.
And help us get BG home. Help us get BG home.
Get Brittney Griner home now.
And help us bring BG home.
So we also are fortunate to have some WNBA legends in the house or on the patio. And we're going to invite them to come up. We have some Rockets legends, a Hall of Famer, Calvin Murphy. I think Robert Reed is still here. Coach Silas was here earlier. John Lucas was around. So Cheryl Swoops, and I believe, is Monica Lamb? You know I'll call you out. And a whole bunch of others. I think I saw Moochie Norris. Did I see, is Moochie still here? Come on up, Moochie. I see you trying to hide. Just to start playing. So listen, while they're coming, I'm going to say I had the privilege of being one of the broadcasters for 2 of the Houston Comets championship years. So it's good to see Monica and Cheryl looking like they can still play. I mean, you come on. Ty Dillard played for San Antonio. All right. So who's going to talk?
I'll say a quick word. So thank you so much. I am a native, I'll block everybody out. I am a native Houstonian who spent all of my young adult and adult life watching you do what you do. Thank you so much for doing what you do and just being who you are to our community. Thank you to all of the elected officials, to Rodney Ellis. You don't even remember the last time I was at your house, and all of our elected officials and all of you who are here because you are all advocates. And so you have to take this away with you and use it and scream to the top, to the mountaintop, until we bring her home. So I give a special thank you to all of my NBA brothers, all my WNBA family, my 2 WNBA sisters, Cheryl Swoops and Ty Dillard. And so I'm humbled and very grateful to be a part of this today. This is no better place to be than here today. I'm quite a bit older than these 2 young ladies, and so I spent a whole lot of years before there was a WNBA playing overseas. So it kind of went like this. So you graduate high school, you go to college, you graduate college, and there was nothing. And so there was nothing else. And so there was nothing else for us as women. And so I spent about 14 years all over Europe. Cheryl was there only 1 year, half a year. Actually, it was my teammate that half a year you went, and she was out of there because it is not easy. It is not easy to love a sport, to excel in a sport, to be amazing even in a sport, and there be no place for you. And so many years ago, that's what we did. That's what was available to us. And so we played in all over Europe and all over South America and over in Asia. We were all over the place trading our wares because that was what was available to us. But never, ever would we have imagined being in a situation where our citizenship, our very citizenship, could be the thing that would have us literally locked up in bondage. Like she is a global, she's not a local, yeah, sure, she's local, we love her, she is ours. She is not a national hero, yeah, sure, we love her, Olympian, we love her, we absolutely respect what she's done. But she is a global icon with what she does and how she does it. And she's being unjustly detained, even held hostage, I think I heard the Congresswoman say. And so we all have to be just a little bit uncomfortable, until she's made comfortable too. I know we keep saying that we are BG, but thank you to all you men. Thank you to you men who are lovers of women, who love us and support us. Thank you. Thank you. But to you women, not only are we BG, but BG is all of us. She is every single last one of us. She is every one of us who has ever dared to be great at who she is and what she does. And she doesn't deserve to be forgotten. I'm so proud to be a part of this today. I hope that this catches fire until it rises up to the skies and Brittney is home again, safe, where she belongs. Thank you.
Wow. Where's everybody going? No, I simply want to say I didn't come here with a prepared speech. I just came here to talk from my heart. I got to know Brittney before she became an international and national star. I got to know the woman. I got to know the person that was out in the community, that was in school, setting a stage for the young ladies behind her. And it breaks my heart to know what she has to go through. I think Bishop Dixon said it very well when he said the fact that we go home and we're comfortable. And what she is going through has got to be unbearable. So with that being said, we as a group in this country has got to make this work. We can't do anything as individuals. We've got to make this thing happen collectively. You know, she's over there, but if I had a chance to talk to her, the first thing I would say is, yes, this is the midget you called me and wanted to know how I could play professional basketball at this size. And I would tease her and say,